In this video, we are going to continue graphing our linear functions. This time we are going to use our slope-intercept form. This is my favorite form because it's the easiest one to use. As always, you are going to watch, you are going to listen, and you are going to take notes on your booklet, page 9. When we take a linear equation and we solve for y, it ends up looking like this, y equals mx plus b. Now, this is a very important form because when we have this form, our m is actually our slope and our b is actually our y-intercept. This makes graphing very easy because we can plot our y-intercept and count out our slope. So let's take a look at an example. I'm going to be graphing y equals 1/2 x minus 3. The first thing that I need to do is within that determine what my y-intercept and my slope are. So if I'm following the y equals mx plus b, the 1/2 is in the position of the m and the -3 is in the position of the b. Be careful there, make sure you have a -3. Once I have identified my slope and my y-intercept, I just need to go to step 2, plot the y-intercept, and then count out the slope. From there, you connect and extend through. I'm going to enlarge my graph a little bit here to make graphing a little bit easier. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is plot my y-intercept. My y-intercept is -3. Make sure you're putting it on your y-axis. So we're going to be right there. Now, from that point, we are going to count out our slope. Remember, slope is rise over run. So I'm going to count up 1 and to the right 2. That's going to put me right there. I can count it out several times. Up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2, up 1 and to the right 2. Keep in mind I can also count down 1 and to the left 2. So I'm going to go back to my y-intercept. I'm going to go down 1 and to the left 2, down 1 and to the left 2, down 1 and to the left 2. Gives me this nice straight line. I'm going to connect and extend through. The more times you count out your slope, the straighter your line's going to be. And that is it. What we have done is we have graphed all the points that make the equation y equals 1/2 x minus 3 true. We do need to remember here as we're doing this, we need to remember that slope is the ratio of rise over run, and the y-intercept is a point. So you're plotting the point, and then you're counting your slope to get to the next point. Let's take a look at 2 more examples. Graphing y equals -2/3 x plus 4. Again, I'm going to start by identifying my x and y-intercept, I'm going to start by identifying my slope and my y-intercept. So my slope is -2/3 and my y-intercept is 4. Before we graph, let's talk about our slope. I can graph this as a -2/3 or as a 2/3. Either of those is going to work. Remember, it's rise over run. So we'll be counting, if we do the first one, down 2 to the right 3. If we do the second one, up 2 to the left 3. Either way, we still need to plot our y-intercept first. So I'm going to go to the y-axis, plot the 4, and now I'm going to count out my slope. So again, I'm going to start by counting this one. The -2 tells me to go down 2 and then to the right 3. Down 2 to the right 3. I can also, if I want to do this one, go up 2 to the left 3. Up 2 to the left 3. Again, nice straight line, so I can connect and extend through. And I am done. So this is the easiest method for graphing. All you have to do is identify your x and identify your slope and your y-intercept. Plot your y-intercept, count out your slope. I do want to make the point here. Notice in our first example, my slope was positive, and the line is rising from left to right. In my second example, my slope is negative, and my line is falling from left to right. Let's take a look at our example 3. Notice this time I am not solved for y. This one, negative 3x plus 4y equals 12, is in standard form. Because it's in standard form, I either need to use my x and y intercepts method, or I need to solve for y. I am going to go ahead and solve for y just to show you that method. So again, I want to get y by itself. I'm going to start by adding 3x to both sides. I'm going to put the x first. Then I'm going to divide everything through by 4. Notice how I did that. I divided each individual. So I get 3/4 x plus 3. Right there's my slope, and right there is my y-intercept. So when it's in standard form, I need to first get the y by itself to get it into slope-intercept form. And then I identify my slope and my y-intercept. And now I'm just going to do exactly what I did for the others. I'm going to plot my y-intercept, which is 3. And I'm going to count out my slope. So I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the right 4. I could also go down 3 and to the left 4. Connecting and extending through. Again, positive slope, rising from left to right. So that is graphing using our slope-intercept form. It's probably the easiest way to graph, especially if the equation is already solved for y.